Welcome back to my casting couch. I have returned, not that any of you noticed, but I have returned to review a Marvel movie. That's the only reason anybody should ever come back to review anything. Marvel, the world's leading empire in entertainment nowadays. Whether you like it or not, it's a money-making business. Let's look at Black Widow, shall we? So Black Widow's the origin, well, let me rephrase it. It's not an origin story, but it's a standalone film for Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's character, Natasha Romanoff from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yes, she is dead. Make sure that's in there. Make sure words. Yes, she's dead. But this takes place after Captain America: Civil War and before Avengers: Infinity War. 2 war movies. She's always at war. That's not funny. But here we are. So here we get a little backstory about her life, what the Red Room was, her origins, who she grew up with, how she became the way she is, and what is leading her into Infinity War. Basically what she's been up to in that 2-year gap that nobody asked for. But we got it, and you know what? It's entertaining. I can only say that. First of all, the characters are pretty entertaining. The relationship between Natasha and her sister Yelena is actually pretty good. Florence Pugh, oh my gosh. I would give all my money, all my earthly belongings, everything I have, just to have one dinner with her. Just to talk to her. You don't have to eat. Just have a conversation. You just look into each other's eyes and realize that we're soulmates, because that's what life is about, basically, at this point. I'm so lonely, but she is fantastic. She's a comedic relief in this, surprisingly, and she's really good in the character. I really enjoyed her. The other comedic aspect is David Harbour. David Harbour is just, he can do no wrong, except that. That sucked so bad. Then Rachel Weisz, she's there too. That's it. Now you're probably wondering, who's the villain? Well, the villain is not Taskmaster, kind of. I'm not gonna give spoilers because this is a spoiler-free review, but I will say there are more than one villain here. It's Marvel tradition. There's a plot twist. You see some of it coming, some of it you don't. And then you get a Marvel movie. That's the formula to write anything nowadays, apparently. But the film was still entertaining, okay? It had its twists and turns, it had its emotionality, it had its humor, it had its action, and of course there are parts in the action where you realize, no, they should be limping, they should be dead. That's not possible. And then you get a Marvel movie. The score was phenomenally done by Lorne Balfe. He just does really good work. Underappreciated music composer, I would say. Really underappreciated. But the music is befitting for this kind of movie. This movie is not a superhero movie per se. This movie is more of a espionage, spy thriller. This movie is more grounded in its aspect that it's about the character, not about the world. Sort of, mostly. And that's where it thrives, when it's about the espionage, about the spies, about the killers, about the trained assassins that all these women from the Red Room are. Not it trying to be a mega superhero movie, because otherwise it would have just been like, well, where are the cameos? And you're probably wondering, are there cameos? Are there some little hints and nuggets there? I'm not telling. Look, the movie is what a superhero movie is nowadays, honestly. There's nothing new particularly that we can expect, like grandiose-wise. We've been watching superhero movies for over 2 decades now. There's only a certain formula you can follow. It's about the character, it's about the espionage, it's grounded to them. The world may be at stake in an essence, but it's about the characters. And that's what makes this a worthy entry into the MCU, a worthy beginning film for Phase 4. Now we need more. Overall, Black Widow does deliver on its promise to be a worthy entry into the MCU. Though it took forever, we finally got it, and it's enjoyable. I will definitely buy this when it comes out on 4K, because you got it, it's MCU. What are you gonna do, not buy an MCU movie? Peasant? Weeb? What? Here's my rating. I'm gonna go ahead and give Black Widow 4 out of 5 stars. Logical rating, honestly, it's the basis of an MCU movie. This video's unofficial sponsor is Nintendo. But when you want to play a game that's not massive or popular as much as you think, or on a major console like PS5 or 4 or 3 or an Xbox or anything like that, and you just want to play a game about racing or about smashing Super Bros, Nintendo. We have 2 games. That's it. Of course, guys, make sure you comment below. Let me know what you thought about my review. Let me know what you thought about the movie if you want me to review anything else, because I'm getting back in the game. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. I'm kind of hungry right now. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down there. For quick to read movie reviews, you can always check out my Letterboxd account. Link in the description below. Quick 1 to 2 sentences of movies I've seen, have reviewed, and they're right there. Go check out what you haven't seen me review but written of. Yeah. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.